The learning experience and the sense of accomplishment when you do recover is fantastic. I don't know that I could have gotten this any other way.
I think it's been a real growth experience for both of us. I found out things that I didn't think I was capable of doing that I could do.
The whole experience, I guess, in one word would be ordeal. I mean, when I look at my life, I would never have envisioned having a stroke, because if I look at my family, we have a history of cancer and heart disease. So, you know, maybe it's the reporter in me. You wonder why. Why did this happen? But I think it's important to move forward. And so that's kind of what I'm trying to do, is to move forward.
It's a wake-up call. And I'm glad it was a mild stroke. I'm glad I knew to get to the hospital quickly. I'm fortunate enough in my life that I've had some early warnings about things in the past. And so I look at it as part of an education of my life, and that fact that I'm planning on living 20 more years or more, that was just one of the roadblocks I had to overcome.
It's hard, but it's hopeful too.
It's going to take time, and it's going to take struggle, and there'll be down times and there'll be up times. There's always going to be move ahead times.
Ultimately, I feel the exercise, if you put in 15 minutes of exercise, you might get 2 hours of pleasure because of that. So that's one thing I would, highly recommend.
Be aware that that could be something that's going to get you, and that you should know the signs of the stroke. You should know about 911.
Don't give up, because there are resources there that help you out, that you're not alone, that people love you. It is traumatic. It's a trauma. But you'll make it through. And ask questions. I think that's most important. I guess it's the reporter in me again. Is don't sit home alone and cry and just like I mentioned, why this happened and all. Be more progressive in what I can do to live.
Life is, when you're born, right off the bat, it's not fair. And so you got to deal with those cards and deal with them on a positive basis. You can turn it into a fair ball game. And the stroke is the same thing. So you can say, well, me, I've had a stroke, and, muddle around through the rest of your life, or just say, I had a stroke and now I'm going to get up and start walking again and take a look at why I had that stroke. Maybe it's obesity. Maybe it's the wrong diet. Maybe it's something that you really got to take a look at, maybe hypertension, whatever it is, and find out these reasons and cure them so you can go on for the rest of your life. You got to do it on a positive basis.
I think you need to be able to organize your life. And even if you're organized, you're going to find you can't get it all done. But you need to be able to put everything in perspective and really realize, there's a time for yourself as well as a time for the person you're caring for. And if you don't care for yourself, then you're going to eventually resent caring for the other person, because it takes a toll on you. So you need to provide for yourself along the way, or you won't be there for her.
Yeah, I think as far as hope, you just, again, don't look out too far, because you don't know what's going to happen. And I would probably give him an example of Ed. And so many things were wrong, and so many things. I mean, one of the caregivers told Ed, I might be wrong, it's going to be years before you walk. And I think he was walking, and like 2 months later, he was, not very well. And that whole attitude of no fear, it came back to haunt us a few times, because he fell and he hurt himself. But if you look at somebody that's absolutely down and out with, he can't breathe, can't eat, can't do anything, and then you see him walking, you know, and functioning at the level he's able to function, then maybe that they would have hope.